Hi, family. I have a collective message for us today. So, this one is definitely more collective and less specific, but it is what I'm being guided to talk about and how I have just been spoken to the past few days. Okay, so it is going to go deeper into what I was talking about yesterday when I was saying that, just because God isn't working on your circumstances doesn't mean that He isn't working on you, and talking about the preparation that happens before the promise, and either forming and practicing, or if you're already there, then maintaining this habit of I trust you every single day, right? So I want to just dive deeper into that because I've just really come across some incredible gems the past few days that have again just really been put on my heart to share. I feel like there's something that we could all use on a daily basis because I think so much of trust and so much of getting closer to God and receiving the promises that He has for us is so much of a mindset shift. And it can just be the smallest things, right, that you can repeat to yourself every single day that help you to maintain your spiritual immune system and help you to build it up and keep you in a state of trust every single day, right? So, again, just because God isn't working on your circumstances doesn't mean that He is not working on you. And part of our journey and one of our greatest lessons is understanding that we are being prepared and not punished. And so when I came across this message, it was in reference to Joseph. And if you are familiar, Joseph, he was rejected by his brothers, even though he had this incredible gift of interpreting dreams. It really made him hated by his brothers. He was really cast out. And, long story short, he was thrown into prison for a long, long time. And he waited there, and he was in the dark, and all he had was God until these two men got thrown into prison with him, and they were having dreams, and Joseph interpreted the dreams of these men. But this was a defining moment where Joseph really had a choice here. He could have easily thrown his gift away and thrown his faith out the window and chose to see this only through the eyes of his pain and suffering. And he could have said, I don't know what to tell you. You might as well give up. I've given up. God has abandoned me. And, so I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you. But instead, Joseph chose to be faithful to God, be faithful to his gift. He chose trust, and instead said, God, what do you have for this man? And then interpreted the dreams of this man. And it was that one choice that got Joseph out of prison, released, put in brand new clothes, given a whole new station to go see Pharaoh and go to his palace and interpret the Pharaoh's dreams, and then save the kingdom and have a whole new life and a whole new set of circumstances, all because he chose to see that one choice through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the gift that he had been given, through the eyes of his faith and trusting that God would be faithful to him rather than his suffering. And so another part of this message and another gem that I came across was that everyone wants the promise. Everyone wants to be discovered, but no one wants to be developed. And that really blew me away. My mind, my spirit, everything. It's so true. We all want the promise, but we don't want to be developed, when the truth is that we have to have the character to sustain the promise. And when we're waiting on God to change our circumstances, we often ask why this is happening to me, right? Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why have you abandoned me? You know, we interpret God as not answering that, which that is not the question that he answers. You know, why is this happening to me? That victim mentality, because we're missing the point of what is actually going on, the like incredible preparation and the miracle of that preparation that is occurring. You know, instead, you know, we interpret God not answering that question of why is this happening to me as feeling like abandoned, as forgotten by God, you know. But the message that was being given is that this is not the question that we should be asking. The question that we should be asking is, God, what are you developing in me? Because it's actually those fruits that are being developed in that place of preparation that gives us the ability to sustain the promise that he has for us, right? And the thing is that we are developed in the dark. And the whole point is that he wants us to be completely reliant on him, be completely dependent on him. And it's because he is the only way that your foundation can be built on the strongest material in the whole universe. Otherwise, it's faulty, and why you see people go through things like a quick rise and a quick fall, or even if it wasn't quick, but you know, something ends up breaking down the line because, again, people were reliant on their own strength, which is not the same as the strength of the king of the whole universe, right? And so, again, no one is more devoted to you than he is. And he just wants to give you the promises that he has for you. And so, just like Joseph, I want to circle back to that because as I was meditating and praying on this and just being spoken to with this message in all sorts of different ways, I'm just picking up on so many of y'all where God is about to change your clothes because y'all have done the thing that is so difficult for so many of us to do, but it really is the answer. And what you've done is found a way to have an open mind and an open heart so that God could plant the seeds of his desire for you, his desires for you, which is literally like the land of milk and honey. Okay, that's where like it all is. It's better than anything that we could give for ourselves, but it's that really difficult thing of giving God that like open mind and open heart so that that can happen, right? But for a lot of y'all, it's time now, and God is literally like about to change your clothes, okay? Like you have been developed and now your character is going to be able to sustain the promise, right? So it's like the way Joseph went from prison to the palace, right? And was given like a whole new set of clothes to go like from the prison to the palace, right? And make this like incredible jump. And that is how big the leap was for him. That's what God can do, right? And so I'm just really getting that. And please let me know if this resonated for you. I know this certainly has meant a lot to me to both get for myself and then to share with y'all too. So I just absolutely love this and really resonate with that as well. And I'm just getting like new gifts, strengthened gifts, because that takes time and, you know, development as well. But again, it's It's from the bottom to the top, and in a way that you just couldn't have ever imagined for yourself. Just so, so, so much better. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for now. Let me know. I love each and every one of y'all so much. Truly, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.